Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Last of Us Part 2. And for everybody watching on here, this is going to be showcased exclusively on YouTube for those who want to see a more, more intense video game, because this game and the first game is not for the faint of heart. It's very, very intense. And, in a good way, but, there are parts that are just incredibly hard to watch because it just seems so real. And what you're going to be watching is post-commentary, and this is going to be showcased exclusively on YouTube in full 1080p 60 FPS, and Uncharted Drake's Fortune is going to be showcased on my Facebook page, facebook.com/ShadowKrueger, and we're only going to be on Part 2 by the time this goes up on YouTube. So we're going to be doing a New Game Plus playthrough on the hard difficulty, New Game Plus hard. So it's going to be a little bit of a tense go around because this is pretty challenging, but it's pretty fun. So I'm not going to talk too much over the cutscenes in the story because everything you witness and see in here is like top-notch 10 out of 10 like story, and the story I would say about a 8 or 9 out of 10. It's not 10 out of 10 like the first game, but let's go ahead and watch the opening cinematic, and then I'll come back to you guys.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. You go halfway across the country with someone. She needed her immunity to mean something. Maybe I was starting to buy into that old cure business. Maybe I just wanted to do right by her. And then we made it. We found the Firefly. Because of her, they were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her. Sweet Jesus.
Doctor?
What are you doing? I won't let you take her. This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save.
Seeing that is always just so chilling.
Jesus Christ, Joel. What do you do? I saved her. Come on, baby girl. I got you.
Cover the exit. Don't let him get away.
God damn. That's some. That's a lot. What does Ellie know? I told her they just ran some tests. I told her her immunity meant nothing. And she believed you? didn't say otherwise.
We should head back.
I also love how that had to pop up right in the opening cutscene, but I'm glad it happened when no one was talking. Man. Like, just seeing those flashbacks from the first game and in this level of detail is just incredible. To just watch a small recap of the ending of part 1. And for those who have not seen or know about the first game, I advise you not to watch this because you're going to be really lost on a lot of story, and a lot of things that happen in this game are not going to be that meaningful to you because there's so much development that happened in the first game that really, 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 really hams home that you played the first game. I don't really have anything else really to compare it to in terms of video games. I'd probably say, in terms of film, I'd probably say comparing it to maybe Empire Strikes Back with sequels, because number two basically says, hey, you've seen the first Star Wars, you know who Darth Vader is, you know who these characters are, etc., etc. So we're not going to really catch you up on anything new. So that's kind of what this game does in a way, where it just showcases you what we know and what's been established and builds upon that. So yeah, and then sometimes I'll have like a small brief where I stop and just look at the landscape to let you guys take a look at just how amazingly gorgeous and detailed this game is. Like, it's really amazing, like how much is running off the PlayStation 4. And this isn't even the PS4 Pro that I'm recording off of. This is just the regular PS4. And I'm still getting like a really, really smooth 60 frames per second on the gameplay. Like, I had like no like frame drop at all when I was playing this game, like at all. Even the first time I played it before we had a patch, like this thing ran perfectly, and it was amazing how polished it was. So yeah, I mean, and for everyone who may or may not like this game, I understand why it might be divisive, because I didn't fully like it at first. But when I went back and played it the second time, which is right here, the New Game Plus, I was able to take the story in a little bit more, and I wasn't so like fascinated with every little thing I was seeing, because there's a lot to take in when you first play a Naughty Dog game. There's a lot to it, so it takes you a couple playthroughs to really appreciate everything. Even the good, like really like 10 out of 10 Naughty Dog games, like the first Last of Us or Uncharted 4. Like, those things were like perfect video games, and that had a lot to take in too, and I noticed and appreciated more on my second playthrough. But yeah, these games are more like movies, because they're just, the quality and all the time that's put into them is just like incredible. So, and like I said, all the cutscenes that show up, I'm gonna not talk, so you guys can take in the story and everything that goes on. So.
It's okay. I got him. You go on.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
And the music is just beautiful in this game too. Gustavo outdid himself with part 2.
About what we were talking about earlier. I can't say I'd have done different. I'll take it to the grave if I have to.
I'll see you later, Tom.
Music is just so powerful. I love the soundtrack so much in this game. And if all of you want like first reactions to everything, I did a live stream last month showcasing the first like hour and a half, hour 45
Ellie?
of this game. If you want to see like first reactions with face camera to all this, for those Last of Us fans who were curious what I thought. And that was on my Facebook page.
Jesus. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I tried knocking, but
Hey,
hey,
what's up, Joel?
just checking in. Folks are, talking about how impressed they are with you and how well you're helping out.
It's good.
Yeah. Tommy and I went out riding the other day, and he told me a joke, and I thought about you. It's oh shoot, now I forgot it. Something about a clock. How do you?
Joel, it's pretty late and I gotta get up in a few hours.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna get out of your hair. Just I want to show you something. Just give me 1 second.
What's this?
Some folks call this thing here a guitar.
Funny.
I love that line every time I hear it.
You want to hear something?
Okay.
Okay. Promise me that you won't laugh.
I won't laugh. I won't.
I'm trusting you.
This was really, really cool. Like when you first play the game, you get to control all this. It's amazing. It's funny because of this game, it actually makes me want to learn acoustic guitar.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything I have found here, I'm not found by myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this man of me. All my stolen missing parts I've no need for anymore. 'Cause I believe, and I believe 'cause I can see our future days, days of you and me. There you go.
Well, that didn't suck.
I'll take what I can get.
That line always gets me too.
She's yours.
No. No. I don't know the first thing
I
about
promised
this.
that I'd teach you how to play.
You did.
So what do you say, tomorrow night? First lesson?
Deal. Did you remember the joke?
What is the downside to eating a clock? It's time consuming.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, everything that Joel does and says is always funny just because we love him so much.
Good night, kiddo.
And with that, the main prologue is over. The Last of Us Part 2 now begins. Sort of. Still got a little bit of cutscenes left, and there's a little bit more of an opening to get you up to where we are now. But once it's all over, it's going to be a lot of gameplay and a lot of really, really cool parts that y'all are going to really love.
Shit.
Because we still have some new characters. We have some new characters we have to introduce as well, who are now part of Ellie's life besides just Joel.
Hey,
Morning.
sorry, I totally overslept. Just give me a minute and I'll get dressed.
I heard you had quite a night after I left.
She kissed me. It was just Dina being Dina. She didn't mean anything by it.
I was talking about your fight with Seth. Wait, you kissed Dina?
Oh. I thought this...
We're broken up 1 week and you make a move on my girl?
No. She was probably just trying to make you jealous. I would never... Oh, fuck, this is awkward.
I'm messing with you, man. I don't care. Get dressed.
You're the worst.
It's kind of fucked up you did that. Get your stuff together, we're already late.
Smells fine.
And this is also another reason why, if you played the first game, this room will mean a lot more to you
So tired.
in terms of visuals. That visual with the bunny rabbit, and there's a couple of other visuals in here I noticed right away the first time I played this game, because I like to take a look around and scavenge and everything. And some of the parts might be a little long in some areas because I like to scavenge and show off as much of the area as possible so you guys can get the full experience. And then there's a fatty PS3, which I thought was pretty cool. They have actually a few of those when you get into the later parts of the game, which is pretty awesome. And when you go over to Ellie's desk, you'll notice that little toy robot in the right hand corner with the yellow and the blue. That belonged to a certain character named Sam from the first game that we ran into with Joel. So there are some things that you may know if you played the first game or at least watched playthroughs of it. So,
Sure.
like I said, this one really, really tries to hammer home that you played the first one. Because if not, you're going to be lost on a lot of things. So I'll stress that one more time before we continue on, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here just to watch, go for it. But if you're going to be lost with a lot of it, like some of the characters and some of the emotions,
Hey, is Joel up?
gotta watch part 1.
Got reports of infected out north. They sent him and Tommy out early to scout.
That sucks.
Yeah, can't imagine they got much sleep. Definitely not as much as you.
Shut up. It's just about to get up.
And I have not showcased The Last of Us Part 1
You
on
got
the
everything?
channel, but I'm going to in
Yes.
a little bit later. Once we get through Last of Us Part 2, maybe closer to the end of this year, maybe the beginning of 2021,
Heads up.
that's when
we're
I'll jump
talking to town
into
this
The Last of Us Part 1 and showcase that. That I plan on doing a live playthrough of, because that game I know
Let me
off the
see
top
if
of
I
my
got
head.
this right. You kissed Dina,
She kissed me.
which triggered Seth to call you a not so nice word.
Yep.
Then Joel decked him,
More of a push.
and then you got mad at Joel. That part confused me.
It was a strange night, man.
Sounds exciting.
And I will be bringing up aspects of the first game as well, because they explore a lot of the themes and a lot of the things that were established in the first game. So I'll bring up some of those aspects as well for what they've changed or altered
Seth.
for where the characters are going
No
now.
clue.
Just tell her you never saw me.
Nope.
Where's your fucking loyalty?
Because the only characters that are returning in this game that are still with us is Joel and Ellie. That's it. So those are the only two remaining characters that we had established from the first
so-
game. Everyone else is new.
We're okay, right?
You and me? Yeah, of course. Dina and I are done.
I know. It's just, I don't want you to think.
Ellie, we're cool. Promise.
And some of those new characters that we're going to run into
Thanks.
around the 2-hour mark are actually tied to the past. That are coming back. Which I thought was a pretty interesting idea that they did.
Hey, old timer. Yeah, get a good scratch.
And I was right. When I first live streamed, I thought that was the music composer Gustavo Santaolalla. I believe that's how you say his last name. Yeah, that is him. You can actually unlock him in the model viewer on the main menu. That is him. So I thought that was pretty cool. They put him in the game because he was like one of the essential points to making the first game work. Because if you didn't have the soundtrack that he does, God, this game would not hit as hard as it does. Because the music adds a lot to the visuals and the acting.
Hey, Jesse.
Oh, hi.
Not to say that the acting and the writing is terrible in these games, like the first two, like this one in part 1, but the music adds a lot more emotion to it. And it's like incredible how much the music does for these games.
Want to grab some breakfast?
No. Where's Maria?
In the back.
Excuse me.
Ellie. There you are. Come here. Seth's got something he wants to say to you.
I don't want to hear what that bigot has to say.
Do it for me. Please.
Fine.
Inaudibly,
Seth.
my eyes rolled.
Seth, come here.
Hey. Look, last night I was drinking too much.
Sure.
I'm trying to say I'm sorry. Maria tells me that you and Dina are headed out. I made you some sandwiches.
Okay.
They're steak.
Thank you, Seth.
Yeah. Well, you be safe out there.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
What you got there?
Bigot sandwiches.
Smells good.
They're yours.
You sure?
It's fine.
Let me walk you out.
Okay.
I really like Jesse a lot. He's one of my new favorite characters. I've always liked him. Like, even in the trailers, when we saw him in the trailers, I liked him a lot. I could just tell I think he'd be a character I thought was cool, and he is. And then we have a new collectible in this game, trading cards, not comics anymore. So they have superpowers.
Keepers.
So they tell you the name, and they tell you their affiliations if they have any, and it just has like a basic stuff. I just kind of put it up there for those who wanted to pause the video and read it. I'll probably read off some of the notes and letters we read later in the game because they're pretty essential. So because I had the power to pause the video and read them to you guys, so I may do that later on.
When you go out, I want you to trade off with Tommy and Joel. Those boys have been up for far too long.
Where do I meet them?
If you go up to the Northwest Lookout, they're scheduled to arrive later today. Watch yourself. There's too many sightings of infected recently.
Of course. I was gonna check out the creek trails. I'll need someone else to cover it.
Ellie, you know the creek trails?
Not really.
This just shows you too,
Dina's
like
done it a
how
bunch.
how much
How'd the two of them take?
how much this area in Jackson
saw
is
that.
just growing and blossoming because it's now like
Ellie,
twice as big as it was in
can I talk to you
The
for a
Last of
sec?
Us Part 1. So it's incredible. See how much it's thriving and growing. It's amazing.
Look, I don't know what's going on with you and Joel.
Maria,
Guy really cares about you. And I'm sure he didn't mean to.
we're fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry to pry. Be safe.
Thanks.
And then we meet now
Yo, Dina.
one of the
assignments.
most sweetest and most adorable characters, who's also kind of
Get your girlfriend at the
semi-badass
stables, please.
here. Dina.
Hey, Dina. Can I talk to you?
Hey, guys! I'm tapping out. Come on. How long?
Hey. Hey. I just want to say sorry for running off last night.
Oh, it's okay. I totally get it. I felt bad.
Why?
Because I started the whole thing, and I shouldn't have kissed you in front of all of those people.
No,
And
you were drunk. It's fine.
well, still, I don't want you to think.
No, I'm not reading into it or anything. Just...
You know what I love about you? How you let me finish my sentences.
All right. Well, we should probably get going.
Yeah.
Ow! What the fuck? I'm not even playing! Because you're a chicken? You're a chicken!
I hate this kid so much.
You want to fuck him up?
I love the way she said that.
You asked for it!
I love how
Better
Dina
run, you
says
little
that. It's
shit.
just so cocky but so great. It's hilarious.
Go!
And then we have a small little distraction. Just a little snowball fight. This actually was really difficult. I thought I was gonna lose this when I was on the hard mode.
Oh, you like that?
This I thought I was gonna fail
eat snow, you little
right
shit.
away. But no, if you play your cards right and you're decent at stealth, then you can do it. I think you can. I think you can make it. But I swear these kids are cheating because I wasn't recording, and I'm not even kidding you. The snowball actually curved in midair and came at me, and I'm like, that was freaking cheating. That's not how snowballs work. I really kind of wish I had it on recording. It was so ridiculous and absurd.
Oh, you better hide!
And you don't actually have to get your cursor on the kids to throw it at them. If you can aim it, then you can do a decent job. But if you miss, then you can get left out in the open.
Ow! What a shot! Come on!
Sometimes you have to bum rush these guys because if you're not careful enough, they can hit you out of nowhere. Yeah, see, like right there was really far away, and I was able to land that shot. You just gotta aim it, and you gotta know that it's gonna go down. Took a little bit of a practice, but yeah, so like there I aimed too high, so it went over their head. So, and don't worry, I do win this. It's just
God, my shirt. They're
Yeah.
winning. So fucking sneaky.
and this is where I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, dang it!
I'm trying to wait for them to like go to the left or go to the right, and I can ambush them. So like that kid went down there, and I was like, no, I missed him. So right here, what I ended up doing, because we're at 8, I end up just like running after the kids directly because I have
Oh no,
7.
you got snow in your hair.
So I'm not afraid of them getting another shot on me. See, right there is where I got scared and I panicked through it.
No hair. Eat it, shrimps. Hey. How's it feel?
I was actually like scared for a second, like I was like, oh, we're gonna lose.
You'll never get away with this. Get off of her, you monsters. All right.
And no, there's no more
Alright, we actually
snowball
have some
fights in
work
the
to
game
do.
again, so it's just like a little distraction.
I guess I asked for that, huh? Yep.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be the end of the first episode of The Last of Us Part 2. So, again, for those of you who stick around to watch, appreciate it. This is going to be showcased exclusively on YouTube, and Uncharted Drake's Fortune is going to be showcased on my Facebook page. The links are going to be in the description below. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of The Last of Us Part 2. Alright, goodbye, folks.